Yeah, I just re-collaborate myself a little bit. Because I'm going to be going for a skate today as well. I just don't want to burn myself out too quick, you know what I mean? Good morning. Someone said, I'm trying to find something I was using to actually prop my phone up. It was really ideal. Oh, if I can, I think I've lost it. It's just so the mic isn't covered up at all, because that's the issue I'm facing. People that can't really hear me. Anyway, welcome back. Yummy. It's a little clean nollie, blunt, kickflip, right? Out or switch. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. So I'm so tired today. There's a sale on as well, so there are, how many, I don't know, it's like over 40 items, but like there's a sale on, 45% off. You can't beat that deal, you honestly can't. Yeah, this pool's been added as well. So it's obviously a unique shape, completely unique. Actually put it in the packaging to be fair. It's annoying because I'd love to be able to show the underside more in the packaging. Oh well. So yeah, for this piece you need 2 pieces of grip tape. It's such a wide deck. There you go. Honestly, I think that looks really clean. So it's like a watermelon ply. It's definitely unique board. Obviously there'll be more I'll be adding into the packs today. But yeah, this one will come with 2 grip tapes because it needs it. It's too damn wide to not. I mean, truthfully, that is a 36mm, no, 35, 36, 36, I can't remember. And that is quite a bit wider than it. I'd easily say that's like a 50. Let's get the shit. Let's get a tape measure quickly. It is nearly 50mm wide. That's crazy, bro. That's a wide dick. And lose it because that won't happen. But yeah, nearly 50. It's 48mm wide at its widest point. So like one of the wider decks for sure. Let's see if we added some. This will go into packaging too. So it's just sports. Packet really. We'll see what boards we have on. So that's the deck. It's probably need one more coating. Same with that. Same with this one's going up on the store as well today. So it's quite actually a few boards are 45% off on everything. Tops, jumpers, beanies, wax. I think that board's going up as well. Using another coating, but still. And also this one's the widest board we've got. It's nearly 50mm, so 48 at its widest point. Interesting. Who knows what they've got. Let's package these boards up. Obviously, I get stickers and everything like that. It's just to keep them nice and tidy. But now air out of that. And obviously they're heat sealed as well, because I find it funny with saying heat seals. Oh look, I guess it's just not been tampered with then, you know. So that is untampered deck. Some pretty leaf boards, glow in the dark, unique shapes. Something like this, which is arguably one of my favourite graphics I ever did. So that was the Skater's Hell set. One of 4 graphics. One of them was called Carl or some shit, I can't remember. It was when coming up with a name for a board felt like the hardest part. The art was easy to do. I say easy, it's not easy. So I saw a post saying, "Oh, people about fingerboards," and it's like how they think, you know, it's so hard to make fingerboards. And making fingerboards itself isn't actually the challenge. And I don't think anybody else said that was the challenge. The challenge when it comes to making boards is 1, making a graphic that hits, that's fair, and 2, it's getting the graphic on the board. That's the hard part. It's not making the boards. I say glow in the dark board 30. There's a sale on it at the moment, by the way, so you can get beanies, tops, jumpers. I have to tell you guys about the sale. I will fingerboard on the sale. I have to say about the sale, because it's not good production. It's not being productive for me, right? So everything has a 45% sale on right now. That's actually a bargain. You ain't. So 45, and that doesn't matter where you are. You can be in the States or whatever. So now if you want to get saying, you're like, because of shipping costs, and now it is the time to do it. So you get yourself this one here, Ski Addiction deck, glow in the dark. Obviously it'll come with a grip tape. There's this leaf board, which honestly I love this board. It's more, it does class as an ornamental board that I've done, but still it's still completely skatable. That sounds weird, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. This one of my favourite decks too out of the set. Psychotic fruit, it's fruit blending fruit up, so it's like little hearted, light-hearted, and then this one which is going to be added to the store today, which is 48mm wide or some shit. I've also got stain decks that have been added today as well. I'm currently using one. These top jumpers, but that is automatically applied in the checkout. You don't have to actually put a code in. You would just, and if there's as soon as this goes on the store, which is today, it's getting added. So it's like a watermelon leaf board, and honestly this flips incredibly surprisingly well. Now I don't know what trucks people use. This to me was more of a display piece board. If people, you know what I mean, I do think it's quite cool. It's 48mm, nearly 50. And obviously we'll go with the dark boards. Yeah, I'll tell people about the sales. So 45% off on all products, jumpers, tops, beanies, whatever. Brick tape, wax. So you've got this board, this one. They're all one of a kind as well, by the way. So they're all extremely rare. 45% off. I was going to do buy 3 boards and get 1 for free, but then I'm like, not when there's a 45% sale on. That might be a deal I do quite often. I think that's quite a nice little deal. So if you say buy a set of graphics like this one, pardon me, it's part of the same set. If you bought all 4 of these graphics, right? Yeah, if you bought all 4 of these graphics, then I don't see why, like, there's 4 of these, right, to complete the set. If you bought all 3 of them, or all 4 of them, you get the 4th one for free. I'm thinking of doing that, potentially. And that's if you buy a set, though. There's a sale on at the moment, like 45%. You don't need to put any code in, it automatically applies itself when you go to the checkout. And that's on everything. Jumpers, tops, beanies, wax, grip tape, whatever you need. We've probably got it. I mean, wheels at the moment, unfortunately, don't have, and trucks. So when I say everything you need, within reason. So these will be added. Actually, no, they're already on the store. This one's already on the store, and so is this board. I'm just adding this one back up. Well, it's the first, and then this one. It's more of a unique one, but it does flip surprisingly well. To the side, and the checkout is automatic. You don't have to put any details in. If you just go to checkout on skateaddiction.co.uk, add everything to the checkout, go to the checkout, and once you do it, it will tell you minus 45%, like 40% off, 45% off. I can have to get my words out. Automatic. You don't have to put any code in, because feel bad when it's like, is it hyphenated? Is it like lowercase or high? It's like it's easier to just have it automatic. But if you're good, you can't use it multiple times. It will only allow you to use the code one time, which I think is fair. It just stops people rinsing that thing. But yes, quite a few boards again. There's glow in the dark boards. Skateboards will be added. Unfortunately, skateboards aren't going to be part of the 45% off because they're a bit more costly at the moment. The fingerboards and the jumpers and the top and everything like that, they're quite easy. But I say easy to make, they're not easy to make. So there's a jumper. Fucking beanie. I mean, here's one of the jumpers that's on the store. Which I love all about, but it's not actually on the store at the moment. But you've also got this one in the whoa. With a red logo as well. And they come with sticker packs. The beanies are already like 12 quid. Or like 10 quid. So that's like 5 quid. Or 6. That's a bargain. And it's merch. There's like literally like what, 7, 8 out there at the moment. And they are growing in popularity. I've also made my own skateboard wheels and fingerboard wheels. I really wish I could add them to the store as part of this sale, but unfortunately they're just not ready yet. These are glow in the dark, by the way. Actually, I can charge them. I can show people quickly. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. Let me just quickly charge these up. You do it under this. You don't. Obviously, I've got a blue lamp, right? UV lamp. It will work with the sun. It's just there's not much sun right now. I'll charge up a few things so you can see a few glow in the dark things. Let's get. I have a lot of boards. Well, this one's glow in the dark in the pack, so we'll use this one to showcase. This one's also glow in the dark. Wait, what the fuck? I've misplaced a whole lot of boards. I don't know where I put them, but this is the wheels. If I flick a light off, there you go. They're blue, so they're off-white to blue, and they sound like this. They've got screech, but they're not urethane. And it's like the skateboard wheels I'm making now, they are urethane. But they're like a 50-50 blend of my stuff, and that's why this is. Right, let me get both wheels quickly. This is 85A, this is 85A. I'll be as quick as I can with this patient. Grips. So street skating would be terrible with them. You would do a revert and eat shit. This, you can still do power slide with it. Because you know what I mean, but it's still got the same rebound as a 85. But if I was to drop what else can power slide, which actually let's do this bigger size for fair. Actually, no, it's even better. This is a smaller wheel than this, so this technically should make less noise, right? It just doesn't. It just doesn't absorb the bounce the same. So this is the contrast. So you've got either a 101A wheel or a 99A wheel. But if you do a power slide, you can power slide really well, but you slip out easier. But I also like the soft feel of how a cruiser wheel feels. Right? If you've ever been on a longboard or a cruiser, you'll know what I mean. They just smooth as shit. Like no stone. You don't feel the pebble. You don't feel the stones really. That's what I wanted to be able to avoid. So still, you can hear it. It still bounces a lot more, and the bounce is controlled. With this, okay, that was a terrible example. It just bounces off the side, even though there's more surface space really for that and that. This pretty much stays in space in the same spot. It's a lot quieter. Well, it sounds like a rock. But you can power slide with both of them. But if it was this one, you could just about do it with it, and it starts wobbling over and shit. It doesn't move the same. But they are the same 85 polyurethane blend, right? So that's like polyurethane, thermal plastic. My brain. But anyway, yeah. So 45% off. Unfortunately, not the wheels yet. Still working on them. The skateboard wheels are kind of taking priority right now because obviously no one's really been interested in fingerboard wheels, and that's fine. I'm not one to push for a point like skateboards have been the most kind of sought after, I guess. Like, let me charge this up and this board up as well. So it's not just the wheels that are glow in the dark. Got quite a few boards that are glow in the dark as well. I'm going to do some more packaging as well this afternoon for put the boards in it. Obviously, they all come with the grip tape, and that sale is 45% off of everything. So, as I said, tops, jumpers, beanies. I might have to grab myself some from those, so I'm not going to do it. Right, let me flip the light off quick. Right, it's terrible in here because the light is just not doing it any justice at all. You know, I'm heading into the dark room. You really don't do it justice in there. Just go. Here we go. I mean, it needs charging a little bit longer normally. The fact is, the whole board lights up. You can see every like individual line, each detail, and all the graphics in the dark, which is really what I wanted to be able to achieve. Like most boards that I'll go in the dark will say in the corner. Some of them are more of a surprise board. Like you might sat there one night or whatever, and it'd be darker, and then suddenly the board looks like it's glowing, and that's because it is. And I don't know, I just love that sort of surprise, and especially in the mystery packs. So bear in mind, all these packs here you buy, and they are select. Where the fuck did I just put them? Oh, over here. You know what board you're getting when it comes to these packs, right? Because you're selecting a particular graphic. You know what board you're getting. Where with the mystery packs, you have no idea what you're getting, right? But with these ones, you know exactly what board you're going to be getting. But yeah, so 45% off even on the mystery pack. I think there's one mystery pack left, and there's normally 25 anyway, so that makes it like 15 or 40. I don't know. It's cheap as cheap with this set on. These are normally a 10 or like 12 quid, so everything's pretty much 45%, close enough to 50. In a second, I will be adding this board up on the store as well. But now I'm going to have a little fingerboard, a little sesh. I just need to obviously promote, let people know about the sales you've got on. I think I've only got about 10 boards in stock left, that's it. Then I'm going to have to make a whole load more. I've got a few new graphics designed. But these are going to be like, some of these are first one of a kind boards, graphics. That one's one of a kind. That one technically isn't because I've got the other version. I've got the other one of it. But apart from that, it would be. This one's one of a kind. And these two aren't, granted. But one of a kind typically either more expensive or the glow in the dark board. But as I say, with a mystery pack, you might get a glow in the dark board and have no idea you're getting a glow in the dark board until the lights go off and then you realise the board's glowing slightly. And normally the glow in the dark boards are a darker graphic with a lighter parts on it. Now the bits that are like faded are like more like not as lit, but the bits that are bright white are like bright green or blue. So yeah, it's a layering system, and the boards are incredibly durable as well. So there you go. Right, let's have a look at the board sesh. I might be a bit rusty, I'm not going to lie, but we will try. That one is as well. So I love the orange packaging, man. It just feels fresh and crispy. I need to get a QR code again to get to my store. For people who actually have the patience, I appreciate it. It's skateaddiction.co.uk. Obviously, if you're in the States, it doesn't matter. I think, can you put .com? I don't actually think, no, it wouldn't be to the right place, I'm pretty sure. You can order, by the way. It doesn't matter if you're in the States, doesn't matter if you're in Europe, Australia, like Gianna, it doesn't matter what continent you're in. Ship to it. A bit rusty today, like I say, but hey. Little switch, nose blunt or tail, kick flip out. No, nollie flip out. Spins me out then. Right. Oh man, my throat, sorry guys. Great. Yeah. Can't beat the sale, man, honestly, as I say. Personally, I would buy myself something from the sale. Alright, the squirrel with the flag and the surrender flag. He's like literally taken partly from another graphic I designed. I just added a helmet to it. It worked quite well. And then added a flag underneath, because if people don't know that the king has waged war on flipping squirrels. Like really, bro. Yeah, I believe the stain decks as well. I believe the stain boards are in that set as well. So everything. As I said, stain decks are normally $24.99. Blank decks are normally $19.99. So for 50% off, you're like, it's a bargain. To get one of these blank decks, which are normally 20 quid. Canadian maple, or as I say, one with a graphic, now would be the time. Trust me, how many boards we've got? We've got 12 boards in. These are the ones I've just packing up. They all come with grip tape. So there's this one. So the lighting's terrible. Whoa. Psychotic fruit. It's weird, like melon coloured stained deck, which is 49mm. Just random shape board I wanted to try. Oak leaves, of course. This one's glow in the dark. And then another one of those monster graphics. It's one of like parts of those are parts of sets of four. How many graphics have I done now? It's like 400 something graphics I've designed, and I've made, I mean, truthfully, how many graphics I put onto board? In the hundreds. I've not printed all 400 graphics. It's like 430 some graphics off. I try and remember every time I get to a milestone of like 100, add another, like, now I'm at 400, now I'm at 500. But I've kind of lost count now, so I'm like, shit, I'm going to have to go through and count them again. Here's the way. But yeah, as I say, so please check out the store, even only just share it about. I'm going to be making a post on my break in a minute, saying about the 45% off. And that means I've already had like 3 sales this morning, and once stuff's gone, it's gone. And there won't be another sale again probably for quite a while, considering the skateboards I'm now making. And I won't be able to make them put them on the sale. They're just going to be the price the boards are at for now. Man, my fucking throat, what the... Yeah. So guys, I obviously don't want to repeat myself times. 45% off on store of everything. From jumpers, tops, beanies, fingerboards, wax, grip tape. So even if you need some new grip tape, which is really good, now is the time to get, because it's already on a 45% sale, which is a bargain. And that's at Skate Edition. Honestly, it's like congested. It's like I can't. It's tickling my throat. But there's nothing I can cough up. Even drinking ain't helping. So yeah, if you want a fingerboard better than me, so you've got stained decks, blank decks, glow in the dark boards, boards with graphics, anti-wear graphics, real wear graphics, everything really. And honestly, some of the gnarliest graphics, some of the funniest graphics as well. Like if you're a bit of a guy like me, you know, the edgy, slightly graphics. That's just the truth of it. Like I orientate more to the old audience, especially with, I guess, the skateboards too. But this one's shaped like a lighter. I mean, it's not ideal for a kid that sort of shape, is it really? Because I'm not trying to encourage that sort of thing. But that's why I make it right clear. Skateboards, these lines are always set for like they're not suitable for kids. At least I don't need to put it as an ID thing because that's ridiculous. Like I'm not got anything on it like alcohol. I'm sober myself. Fingerboarding, honestly, I only found out about it like 3 years ago. I did not know you could do tricks on a fingerboard. Like to me, as soon as I found out, you best believe, like as a skater, I was like, damn, I'm on this. And it also helped me figure out like where I wanted to design skateboards, miniaturized, like literally almost just on a smaller scale, which made production so much easier and more affordable. And then by the time I finished making the boards, by like a year in, you know, I wanted to go into making skateboards. I was about to work with another company to make skateboards. Obviously now I'm making them on my own, and we've done it with 5 boards in or something like that. My point is to show you just keep pushing, regardless of what people try to like knock you down a peg or, you know, see you as a threat and whatever. Because it's true that, you know, the amount of other companies have like shut me down originally, but now they're on like on side, so to speak, all friendly and shit. It's funny because, you know, it's how they jump ship when they realise you ain't gonna quit. So you would rather have somebody on side. I think that's kind of how it is, and I refuse to back down when it comes to skating or fingerboarding, or like I said, I've got another job part time. I'm still running this on the side, you know what I mean? I work on this file, graphic designing and everything. So yeah, 45% off in the store. That's everything. Glow in the dark decks, blank decks, mystery packs. Mystery packs, honestly, one of the funnest experiences. I personally haven't experienced it, but I know what it's like growing up and buying little things and wondering what you're going to get. And that's why I love the mystery pack. And the thing is, with the mystery pack, you are not going to get the same board twice within the same few months. Maybe even a year, because there's so many graphics I now have. I have a massive ability to have it on rotation. Right, I can literally rotate graphics around yearly. So in the mystery packs, when you buy them, you're not going to sit there and think, "Oh, am I going to get the same one?" You know, when you buy mystery pack stuff, and it's like 1 out of 6 boards, and the 6th one is really rare, but you end up getting the same board like 10 times. Yeah, that won't happen. There are rare boards in it, but it's because there's so many boards to get. There's not a particular set. There's 400 plus graphics you can get in a mystery pack, meaning it's always going to be fresh. I have enough graphics to have a yearly rotation. I mean, quite literally, monster graphics. Graphics are like silhouettes. There's too many now that I've done in the last 3 years. So when I've got the mystery packs, there's one left. You won't get the same board. It's not like when you buy another mystery pack from anywhere else. Not even just single boards. It's like, oh, 1 in a 6 chance to, no, 1 in like a 30 chance to get his rare graphic, but the rest of them you end up with the same board like 4 times. Now, granted, I'd be like, I'm the sort of person like, I've got 4 boards to use, and once one's broken, I've got another deck. Like, that's how I would see it. But at the same time, it's jarring. I want something new. I want to open it knowing that I'm going to get something different, not just, oh, is it going to be one of the same 6 graphics? So that's why mystery packs, 400 plus graphics in rotation every year. The chances you get the same graphic are so slim, like unbelievably slim. And we've got glow in the dark boards, anti-wear boards, blank boards, stained decks, heat transferred. I say glow in the dark, didn't I? Yeah. Stained, which is the one I'm currently using, which I really like these stained decks. They're quite nice. But yeah, can't beat you guys. Can't beat you. Go check out skateaddiction.co.uk. 45% off. Massive savings on some of the stuff on there. I'm not even joking. I'm talking about my own store, it's quite funny, but yeah, massive savings. Generally, I can't wait, right? It's the reason I love it. This is not like I told you so, but it's a moment of like, there's so many people who love my boards, so many people, and they're trying to spread out as much as they can. But obviously, people have got like religious, like they go to their companies. I understand that. I'm not trying to overtake customers at all. But at the same time, the amount of people who have actually like switched over to my boards is crazy, and I know for a fact that my boards are that good because of how many people have done it now. And the thing is, people haven't needed to come back and buy a board. Like, they're still contacting me, still watch me, and they're like, I'll get a board when this one breaks. Like, they don't need to buy any board because they last so long. Like, the reason other companies have probably made them like weaker is so they break quicker, so you pay more to buy more boards. Like, I'm not naming any companies in particular because I'm not 100% sure on the matter, but it does seem like a likely feasible thing that a company would do, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, what's the word? Allegedly. I feel like it's sus how like people message me like, oh yeah, the ball broke up. I'm like, what? How did? Not my ball, by the way, not the one that I've given him. I've never had a ball break on me, and I've done crazy stuff with the balls. I've been slamming them down on the table. Don't get me wrong, like you could, if you gave it your all, you probably would break the ball. But I was doing it within realism, even more than needed, whacking the balls down in here, and they don't break. And it's because of the quality of the wood, the time it's pressed for, and like it's like hey presto, hey how long pressed? But seriously, like people leave it for 4 or 5 hours, sometimes 6, maybe even 12, and you think, oh, that's enough time. It's not. It's a pain in the ass, but it needs a full 24 to cure. Full 24 hours to cure. Like fully set and hardened, and once all the wood glue is done expanding and stuff like that, then it's in the mold. It's nice and thick. Right, that's why they take 24 hours. Not because it's like, oh, I just want to be quick with it and make it board. This is what it's like when I first started to make them. Bear with, this is how thick they were. And that's the same wood, same mold, just a different amount of time. It is crazy. And this was 4 hours, granted. Then this one was like probably still a bit more shape, maybe like 5 or 6 to 12. Then this one's like 12 hours. And then this one is a full 24, which gives it that really nice tightest shell. Like they're $19.99, but there's a sale on at the moment. I've got on, it's 45% off. You don't need to enter a code, it's automatic, and that's off everything: jumpers, tops, beanies, fingerboards, waxes, grip tapes, you name it. Just not the skateboard. Do you ever sleep? Oh man, about 4 hours a day, I think, roughly. Wait a minute. But respect, man. I know it's something like shit. That's what I have to a degree. Mine's like PTSD induced insomnia and stuff like that. Like my brain, if it's going to be having night terrors and crap like that, it's like I'm just not sleeping. It's simple. It just like stays awake. It's like, I guess, a safety mechanism, some shit. But yeah, about 4 hours, which isn't always a completely enough day. Here we are. But yeah, sorry guys. What was I saying? My brain today is like mushy jelly. Probably because I need more sleep. I generally can't. I try to sleep and I just sit there with my eyes open and I close them. I do everything I can to get comfortable. Oh, but that's a difficult one. I would honestly say probably like that's a challenging question. I want to say almost all blind skateboards. It depends if you talk about now or how it used to be. Me too, bro. Hope so. Appreciate it. It's because today's just been a bit of a shit day, but I'm gonna have to get like a part-time job now, right? As well. I'm not shelving the business. I physically can't do that. I've given too much. I've literally made skateboard wheels now, right? That are 85A, but they act like street wheels because you can breathe out on them. So these are both. There's different colour on it, but I made the colour wrong. So this is 85A and this is 85A. Bouncy, bouncy. If I drop this, which is 101A, it just sounds like a rock, right? But this, just rock the whole table. It grips too much. This, but you know they're the same rebound because there's one 85. It's just elements I've mixed in with it. It's not split drummer. It's just, I mean, they literally bounce. They're pretty much the same. But one is too grippy for a street skater wheel, and then that one is compared to a cruiser. Yeah, of course. 2 seconds. Oh. We do not. That's why I'm kind of depressed and stressed. And the lives, like, no offense to everybody, is sometimes it's what ends up happening is the lives today have been awful. They were good earlier, and then for the last hour or so, they've just been it's been really slow. Also, I've needed to let people know about the sale that's on, and that's like having boards over cracking up quickly. Glow in the dark deck. They all come with a grip tape too. Oh no, man, wheel bite is the worst. Thing is, impact are great because the wheel bite, the surface of the board doesn't let you get wheel bite really. And this is also why I wanted cruise wheels, but I don't like cruise wheels because wheel bite's even worse. Because the rubber just will. If you get wheel bite with a rubber cruiser wheel, fuck me, will you fly off hard? Because it's like a brake. That's how it acts. You know what I mean? See, I would appreciate that, man. I do. I'm just great. It's only because I'll be real with people. So this is my own thing. I don't mind telling people. Obviously, all I say is at the moment, the funding and everything, I won't be able to take a break. I need to definitely get a job, and I like being real with people. I also want to keep the business going. This is my biggest passion and love. I just love making decks, coming up with new ideas, formulating new things. I just really enjoy it. So my biggest passion. So I couldn't stop it. But I probably will take some time off. I know tomorrow I'm gonna have a day off. Um, yeah, I do appreciate that. I really do. Come back hopefully with like a bit more energy. This morning I felt good, but I was like, not so much now. I'll put a post up as well saying about 45% off, and it's going to be on for like 4 or 5 days at least. Just to get people's payday rates up. Oh man, I think it's the sword that's something in here as well. It's making my throat like. I might even window quick. See if that helps. I'm just a bit stuffed. You know what I mean? Right, I'm gonna go for a cereal, guys. I swear this place is haunted, bro. I just hear things all the time, but never see anything. Like there's nowhere people could walk. There's an alleyway right next to where I live, right? There's only one way out. Well, technically that way or that way. But when you hear them walk, I hear people. Like it's like a wind tunnel and it carries all the noise. And then you're like, okay, who's that? And then if I'm at the phone wherever and I look, there's nobody walking past. And there's nobody back out that way. But they wouldn't just stay in the middle of the alleyway. They just vanish. It's fucking weird, isn't it? And I know people like might believe in that stuff and super. I don't. All I'll say, I do believe in that. Certain stuff. Not like, oh, there's like spirits just like walking around. I just think energy doesn't die. That's scientifically proven. So I think something happens. I don't know what happens, obviously. Maybe it's like a time thing where, like, you know, it's a time lapse in a dimensions where something happened years ago, fuck knows, like a traumatic event. But this land was not, this was just farmland, literally like what, 5 years ago, never been built on in history, obviously, but maybe at one point, and it's just been like way deep down in the earth, I mean, not enough to see anything, it's just complete farmland. So it does make you wonder if some land is like just haunted. Do you know what I mean? It's got a curse on it or some shit. Who knows? Okay, fucking on, yeah. 100%. I mean, I don't. I honestly don't know what it is. I'm okay with customer service with my business because it's like I can put an actual smile on it. I love what I do, even when I'm really down. Do you know what I mean? It's like my biggest passion. It's a burning passion. That's the truth. So, but when it comes to like, and this is just being real, and I know a lot of people agree. Like, if it's not your business or whatever, and you're just working on something, like your head isn't in the game as much. To like, one, you're not necessarily thinking, "Well, this is literally my lifeline." You're just like working for them. But also, the other issue I've got when it comes to getting a job is apparently someone could tell me and be like, we think you're overqualified, which I'm like, okay, I understand it because there's people who need positions and roles or whatever. But like 4 years ago, I'm not qualified for this. And now, you know, I've started my own business, which is just taking initiative. It's not like it's like self certificating, especially when you've got like actual proof of the business. Like it's clearly there, you have made stuff. Is then going into a workplace and actually forgetting I'm a CEO, manager, and the founder of a skate company, the first of its kind in the UK, and just go back to being like a person. That's challenging. I bet any money because it's not like an ego, but you're proud of what you've done. I've got sober. I'm very proud of that. And, you know, I can now stand on what I believe firmly, which is it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So I know when I'm like in the right or in the wrong. Not always, obviously, we all make mistakes. But I mean, when it comes to the business and what I'm doing, I feel like now it'd be very difficult to feel like I'm being belittled in any way. Because and that's just the realism of it. I'm not trying to be like, because you're gonna be. That's like a manager going from somewhere to then just being your average, you know, workplace employee. And it's like I also want to every single person I'm going to sponsor or work with has said like, I'm super kind. I will be giving, I'm caring. I'm going to be a good boss, and I know that because I love what I do. So it's very hard to be around a boss who's like giving you shit. I know it's gonna be hard, and I'm like sitting there thinking you don't even care about a job yourself, really. Like if you're the manager of something, you own it, then yeah, 100% you care about it. It's your lifeline. But when you are just put in place like an area manager, some people do, but the genuine thing I see when you workplace, someone's really happy and bossy, everyone go, they're new. And then when they're like, you're right, what can I get you to? Yeah, have a lovely day. Like they just seem like autopilot. You're like they've worked here a while. Like it's you know because a job drains a person of everything, no matter what that job may be. Yeah, see, I appreciate that. I feel that. You know what I mean, I really do. I know it's different because I've got to do what I enjoy for a while now. But I've been in a situation where I said before I'd be homeless and So it's been up and down. I just wanted to really create a sense of stability for myself, and also a sense of community. So I found passion. Obviously, being a skateboarder just these days, like, oh, bro, do you even have like your big flips down, your trays and kick flips, all that? Well, no, I injured myself to the max. But I still didn't want to feel like I'd been rejected by my own skate community that I felt like I've been, but not even felt like I've been part of since I was so young. It's just a difficult one, isn't it? But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna grab this. I'll be back in a minute. I just think I like to come on as well to show people when I'm even having a bad day, I push for it. Everyone knows I've got BPD. BPD is awful. That's like fucking emotion. Like you can go from extreme happiness to extreme sadness within milliseconds, where a normal person takes quite a bit to adjust. Like it is generally the most considered the most unstable condition to live with in psychiatry, which makes sense when you're sitting there living with it. You're thinking, yeah, damn, yeah. But also giving that disorder power by letting it control you can be any disorder. Okay, I'm not about to do this because that it almost gives it more power. It's funny how people have cancer for years. They go to a doctor's and they're like, "Oh, you've got 3 weeks to live." It's almost like the stress from knowing makes people drop off earlier or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. 100%. That's what I'm gonna do. I've already applied today. Like I don't think I'm above it. That's what I mean. I really don't. My only problem was is someone says in a web is like scrub that. It's going back to just do it. But I mean, I feel like to a degree I'm fine because I don't care about the day work. It needs to be done. There's so much shit with the business. I understand that. I was just hoping that wouldn't be the outcome. But I'm kind of not. The more I really give it a thought, is happy knowing you're doing what you're doing to make your life better, and then just doing contributing to a degree as well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to feel like I'm not contributing to society in any way. And obviously, I don't. I do feel like I'm contributing better than technology and putting tablets in front of kids' faces and iPads. Like, it's better to have something like this because it helps people with their concentration and their focus. And then go on skateboarding too. Kind of ropes people in, but like to the right thing. You know what I mean? I'm like that. Start thinking boarding, maybe start skating, enjoy it, have a blast. I mean, it got me sober. There can't be really that much wrong with it at all. But yeah, I do. I know I'm going to have to get a job, which I'm fine with now. So the first 3 years, I just wanted to give the business my all. I wanted to be able to get back into drawing. I didn't want to have to learn to fingerboard, relearn to skate, and all this shit, while also designing graphics, relearning draw, like everything I had to relearn to do, woodworking, all that stuff, sanding down. Because I know it sounds dumb, so I just sand it down to shape, but like even though you can still have a line follow, it's about getting it rounded and smoothed. And it's like the more you do it, the better it gets every time. So that's what practice does make semi-perfect. I don't believe in perfect. It makes a lot fucking better. So by pushing it for the last 3 years, I've done it. As I said, I've got boards, I've got the packaging, I've done so much that now I can kind of just sit there and watch it grow in its own way. Give it a bit more time, a bit more love, a bit more nurture, and also a bit more funding if I also have another job. And it means I'll be able to go live a little less often. I'll probably post more long form videos in turn instead. That's why it's a perfect point, bro. That's actually very, very true. I would agree with that 100%. I feel because I felt more rejected by the people who I'm like, yo, bro, that's sick. You got to go here. Like, I was never toxic about other people having a trick that I loved, or when I got the trick out, like it was such a camaraderie in the community. It was nice. But now, as I said, people are like, oh, I know people talk behind my back because I spoke to one of the lads who knows he's seen my skating, he's seen my ability a bit more before I kind of stopped 2 years ago really again, so I could focus on the business. And he was like, bro, your skating's incredible. You can fall off and you deal with it. So I can tell you're a skater. I can see the way you do certain tricks. You've got enough height and pop that it's in there like muscle memory. I was like 100%. And this is someone who skated for like 8 months. It wasn't really like he could even spot it. But then the older people, and it's either because I've been in contact with one of the biggest skate companies to send my wheels off to, and I let them know that I was like, look, it's looking good for us to have our board soon to give you a design graphics. They all got sour, like to the point where it's oh, good for you, lad. And I'm like, what? If this was like back in the early 2000s, or if this was me and someone like that, I'd be like, that's awesome, bro. Is there anything I could do to help? Like, I would want to be involved. Like, I wish I could. Right now, I can't out respect. They said not to name them, but I have said it before because I didn't ask them before. So it's not technically my bad because I didn't. They didn't tell me not to say it, right? But I've asked them because I thought, well, actually, I probably should ask, and they were like, yeah, we just have respect. Don't say our name yet. But they've already said in DMs to me, like probably like fucking full length DMs. I know it's Mark Foster, the guy who owns Heritage Gables, because of how he's talking. It's not like some team member. Like, it's incredible. I'm so excited, and I can't thank you guys enough, because it wouldn't be without all the followers and customers and support so far. And it's funny because it is the skate community. Or maybe people starting off in the skate community. People already in the skate community that seems to be the most toxic towards me. They're like, really, it's honestly pathetic. And I do think it's pathetic, because I will sit there and go, you guys are incredible skaters, a lot better than me, to the point where like you shame me with my skating, but I'm okay with that, because we all have things we're good at, we all have things we're bad at. You know what I mean? And I'm like, ugh. I'm trying to break through like that by like putting them up on a pedestal above me to a degree. Like, you're better at skating. Like, don't beat yourself up. There's a reason why I don't skate, I draw, and I'm saying to you, I want you to skate for my team because you're fucking incredible. That is a compliment. But they're still sour and bitter about it, and I don't understand it. So, you know, I've been, when I was rejected, they were going to give me, he had like so many decks. I used to have a lot myself, but when I got made homeless, a lot and got chucked away. I used to have loads of broken decks or cracked decks or whatever, and I just need, he has apparently a cupboard full of them. He's like, yeah, you can have as many as you want. I was like, okay, let me know. And he just ignored me. I'm not going to say who, I'm just moving on with it. My point is, in life, people will try to knock you down a peg or a few, and you can't fucking let it happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, my money from my disabilities didn't come through. They tried to take it away. That's all I'll say. And I've gone, well, fuck it. I'm still getting a job. Because it's like, you're still allowed to work on PIP. But like, what I never understood about that is when people go, like, if the questions are like, can you wipe your ass? I'll always say, yes, of course I can, because I'm not going to lie about it. It's taxpayers' money. I'll only take what I know I'm technically eligible for, and I'm not lie about it. But other people go, oh no, I can't wipe my ass. But these people are working a job. I'm like, the reason I started my own business for two reasons. One, I wanted to feel more stability and more control, but not over people, but over what I was doing in my direction in life. And two, I knew that I would never be happy or content, and like I would spin out and I couldn't have the people in the workplace and work around the people. You can never control that. When you're in charge, you can, and you can make sure it's a nice, fun little community. Like, people don't feel pressure or stress. I'm going to be the manager of that, and that this is. I'm saying this now, but it's fine, because I will take extra pressure and workload if people need to, because you are the manager. You know, managers these days is like, oh no, I can't make it in. Like, you're the manager, bro. You're meant to be able to make it in if anyone else can't. Shift manager, area manager, doesn't matter. If they all fail, you're meant to fall. You know, you're meant to be in place for that. And a lot of people don't, and a lot of people end up hating bosses, and they get a bad name for it. And I'm like, that's just shit. And that's because the boss is unhappy himself. I know, as I said, I seem unhappy earlier, but I'm not unhappy. I'm just more like, life at the moment is really okay. My director film printer broke. My GoPro broke probably about 6 months ago or so. But ever since this broke, which is like 400 fucking pounds, so 307 whatever pounds, and it's literally about a week or 2 weeks after, to a month after the warranty was void. Oh, sorry, bro. Well, 100%, man. See, that's fair. I respect that. That's mad. I have respect for that. It's like learning to. That's saying about being a real man, or like having a sense of control. To me, that's been like knowing what you're capable of, maybe, but then still, holding back. Like I said, I tell stories about things and meetings of other people, but never say the name, because it's not my place to. I'm not trying to slander anybody on the internet. I don't think it looks good. I think it looks awful. But that's why I give it with just a bit of context. Like, well, this is why I pushed on. Sorry, the amount of people is fucking unbelievable. Let's go make a coffee. The amount of people that have tried to sabotage. I designed graphics for a skate shop, which I'm also not going to name, but he fully fledged skate shop, owns a shop, has so many trucks and stuff like that. He said if I designed him some graphics, he would send me out some trucks and some balls. I could practice printing onto him, all good, right? And then literally, it's later. Probably like it's just been like a year really since he was like messing me about. And then he came onto a live and I was talking about it, because I said to him in a message that at the end of the day, man, I'm going to have to move on with making these boards because I can't wait forever. And he was just looking at the messages, leave me on red. Is that what they say now? Yeah, and they just. Oh, there you go. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. So I'm trying to get my phone stand up while charging. It's being a fucking nightmare at the moment. I have to deal with that. Right. What was I saying? My bad. Shit. Yeah, so he came onto the live. I clipped it as well, and there's other people I was working with at the time who literally will back my word for this. But I was talking about because I moved on with making skateboards, and he comes onto live and goes, "You shouldn't slander people. It looks bad," and stuff like this. And I turned around, I was like, "I'm not said anybody's name." Still giving him the space to not to be quiet and go, "Oh, okay, I just thought you were slandering people." But it was like, if you're going to talk about me, or whatever, I can't remember what he said then. And someone said, "Bro, you might as well just stuck your hand up on the live." Then he left in anger and blocked me ever since. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, I actually didn't do anything. I generally had an issue with the fact that he tried to mess me about for over a year. He was like, wait till the summer holidays, because then the kids will be home and I don't have to worry about school and to do it. Wait till they're back at school, because then I'm too busy with the kids. And I appreciate it. Dad is a busy man, right? I understand that. I'm busy too. And I never pushed it. But then wanting to move on with my own project, and told him, I let him know, I'm moving on now, I'm sorry. He's seen it and didn't say anything. That's his chance to go, okay, actually, wait a minute, we can do this together, right? No. And then he gets mad when I'm telling people why, because they asked me, why have you moved on with making the board? Because they thought I'd stop making skateboards and I've gone into fingerboards instead. I was like, well, no, I still want to do both. I just was respectful and waited. Lag's gone now. Save the rest of the story. It should be back. I'm say my phone died. Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. Honestly, I can't believe it. And then, as I say, life at the moment is constantly almost chucking away like seems like right hooks. Life is constantly trying to beat down, and I can't let it. I feel so optimistic today in a weird way. It's like building up for a moment, and then you're like, oh shit. Sorry, Ted, that's okay. I'll say I tried before, but it takes two. See, it's hard not to say who it is. I'll be real with you. I've wanted to so badly. I've wanted to. That's the truth. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I'm a perfect person, but I won't say it. Do you know what I mean? I respect that because like you say, I respect because you're being honest. I can't. It's like fighting the tongue is really challenging. I respect that because I know what that's like. I don't want to. I want to have to just be like, but unless they've messed over the skate community at large, unfortunately, business means people stand on business head. Like you stand on each other's heads. It's not very nice, but it's to get a bit of leg room, so to speak. And it's awful. It really is awful. Bear with 1 second. Better not be already. Oh no way. I think the neighbours are already moving in. Not 100% sure, but it looks that way. Oh well, hope not. Not like that. Sounds bad, doesn't it? It's just done with dramas. It's nice having them neighbours at the moment. But yeah, and I said, truthfully, I can't lie. I want to make both people. There's another person who I was working with who sent me a load of free work essentially. And I called him out. He sent me an app on the App Store and said, download this. He said, this is going to help you with your taxi. And I looked for it. I mean, I'm not stupid. This is I have the business. I'm not smart, but I mean, I am just not. There's areas I'm smart in, but I could tell that he was trying to con me in some way, but I couldn't figure out how or why. It was so weird. Like he'd done, I was like, is he sent me free work and said, oh, you can have it on the house, you have it, just to lull that false sense of security. And I was like, why on earth would you want me to have this tax app download? And he's like, oh, I thought it would help. So I go and check this app out. It's made 2 days before he sent it to me. I'm like, okay, that's just suspicious as shit. Like, got me thinking that he's made the app already. And then he then goes, I say that to him, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit suspicious. It's like, you send me this app, no one's downloaded it, no reviews, it was made a few days ago, and you're telling me to download it. Never heard of it. He then goes, oh yeah, I've got a meeting or something, a board meeting. I was like, what? And then he was like, yeah, I'm having a meeting all together saying it looks a bit suspicious and we're taking your words. So I said, you did make the app? And he's just like, oh, it doesn't matter, I realise it's a weird app. And I'm like, no, bro, you can't backtrack. You told me to download an app, and then you've told me, and then I've called it out and you've gone, it's stuff. He's then, the last message he ever sent me was, oh, it's fine, you can keep all the, like, he sent me like a meme or two. He's like, oh, you can keep that, don't have to pay for it. With a winky face. And I'm like, after I said something looked suspicious, he didn't argue the case, he didn't bite back, he didn't fight back, he just kind of accepted it and went, yeah, you can have that for free. I think that is suspicious as shit. Like, I really do. And I'm not going to name drop him because, truthfully, there's nothing to do with the skate community, and I'm not 100% sure it is a scam. It just felt very weird. I'm like, no, I wouldn't give up that easy. If someone told me I'm a scammer, I would do everything I could to show that I'm not within reason. I wouldn't seem too pessimistic, and you probably do seem like a scammer too. But he gave no bite back whatsoever, which was just so weird to have from somebody in his like level with the business. It was very weird. True. It's very true. I mean, I think it's very challenging, as I say, to be the bigger person and be able to, because essentially, to be the bigger person, it is just to then just, you've got it, you've had it, you can talk about it maybe a little bit, you shut, you don't go around trying to like rub it in everyone's face, like, I'm such a good person, because then you don't become a good person. But as I say, it's a good lesson learned from being messed over by people. And, all I can say is I've had the only person who really, and obviously followers and supporters and stuff like that, been incredible. But I've had, I'm not even Jewish by things, but I've had anti-Semitism in here. I've had multiple things. I'm not like boo-hoo, it is what it is, like, because it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I've had my adopted family try and knock me down. It's ridiculous how many people have like. Because put it this way, if I had a kid and he was starting a business, he got as far as I had. It wasn't even just like a starter anymore. He got as far as I had, and I needed a little help out. I would help him without a shadow of a doubt. But no one but my partner, my girlfriend, is being other and supporters, of course. But my partner's like my biggest fan, my biggest follower, my biggest supporter, and oh, it's just wild. As I say, everyone else is trying to knock you down a peg. Well, I didn't even send a fucking text back, so my brain gets waffling in mind. Sorry, I literally just realised that. What time do you finish as well? Is it 1 o'clock or? Ooh. Yeah, I really do want to. I kind of want to do it alone now anyway. I know it sounds bad, but I mean, I want to face all the challenges of the business alone because I've already done it. Wheels, people putting you down because truthfully, I've had nothing but that. And I think that's what it's been in the skate group as well, like a subtle, because at the beginning, we're all on the par. I mean, we're all on the par anyway. They're good skaters. I'm not that great of a skater, but I have a skate company. I'm a good artist. Like, we all have our output and our input into life, right? And what we give is what we get to a degree. Obviously, you don't always get back what you give, but I mean, you should never aim to only do stuff to, get self-reward, like self-reward. Oh, I can't fucking speak right now. But it does annoy the shit out of me. I'll be honest, it really does. Because I really, as I said, I'm not going to act like I'm all high might. Like, I don't want to name people, for one. And also, the skaters as well. I feel bad even saying anything, like, on like, yeah, jump these people. But at the end of the day, it's just a realism of it. Seeing how many people turn on you is insanity. Like, when I started the business, everyone was invested because it was almost like a fever dream. That's the only way to describe it for people. They're like, oh, it's a fever dream, it's not real. Or that's a nice dream, but I keep working on it because it's like they're not seeing it as reality. The moment it made reality, the moment is the skaters I know got kind of shitty. Literally, the youngest one didn't. He's a lad. He understood. He was like, "When are we going to America?" Because he knows I'm sponsoring him. He knows he's been through and through the company. He's even done me fan art. He's gone all the way through with wanting to be sponsored and showing his dedication, his love for skating. Like, I can ask for anything more from a skater. He is incredible. Like nearly a year in skating, and he's already doing hill flips, rock and rolls, blunt over the spine, indie grab. Like, this kid is mental. I've never seen anybody progress as fast as him, and he is at least 21 about me having my own skate company. If anything, this kid's fucking ecstatic, just like I am, and he's a legend. Honestly, he does follow me on here too, so sometimes he might be completely unaware. But this is some fan art that he done. But right. And I actually think it's really good. I honestly think that is sick. My boy's just gone in and he's really good. He's gone in and just fucking, I mean, absolute legend. He's definitely getting sponsored. He's already sponsored, but he is getting sponsored by me. Like I've said, I'm not trying to steal you from the team. He said, no, they're aware that it's almost in holding until my spot on the team was available for him. But all my skaters are going to get their own custom wheels with their graphic and their name, but with the same logo, but with their name put into it. Their own skateboards, their own jumpers, and their own beanies and stuff like that. Because I feel like I want it to feel like they have earned something as a skater. They're not just parts of it, they're their own thing. Because skaters should be, I'm sorry, when a company thinks they own something, so like, oh, well, you're my skater. But yeah, you may be their skater, but they're still their own skater, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's getting their own graphics, unique to them. Wheels with a graphic tailored. So not just your standard wheels that we make, skateboard wheels, one with the same design, with Yankees written on it, but with their name. So it could say Rory's, or it could say, because that's a skater, Rory's. It could be like, you know, any of the skaters will be sponsoring. Obviously, at the moment, it went from 5 sponsors, potential sponsors. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that want to be sponsored by me, but I mean, when it comes to realism of sponsoring somebody, you want to sponsor somebody who you've known a while, or somebody who's already technically purchased from the company. Like say if someone actually bought jumpers, beanies, skateboards, whatever, then I'm like, oh, cool, they bought fingerboards. Like, if someone then said, can I be sponsored? I seen them posting good clips. I'm like, yeah, of course. And I work with somebody on that front, and I love being able to sponsor people. But at the same time, I've got to be careful that I'm not just handing them out willy nilly to people. And that's what I said. Like, the other people are showing no dedication at all to wanting to be sponsored, but they're going to because they're going to fucking regret it because it happens every single time in life. People like it happened literally 2-3 years ago. I was mates with somebody talking about making the skateboards and the wheels, and I think he thought it was like a fever dream too. He didn't believe me until I made the skateboards and the wheels and my own formula and stuff like that. And I've got my own skate company, and I've literally sponsored some skaters. He then got bitter about it, and I'm like, bro, I did offer. Like, this is the thing I'm throwing. I'm telling people there's a sale on the moment. I'm being nothing but nice, and people aren't seeing it until it's too late. And then when they see it, like, oh, do you know what I mean? Like, that's not me, I'm afraid. I have tried my hardest. So there's a sale on, for one, and two, I do want to sponsor some people right now. So I'm looking to sponsor people. And the main, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to see what I can. Honestly, I just think you can't be. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to make sure it feels that you can't be beat by being sponsored by me. You know, it's like going to be the best sponsor because you get your own custom shit down to the wheels, bro. I'd even like to have custom shield like bearing, like, you know, if they wanted their name on that or a particular design on the bearing shield, I'd have to work with a company on who already makes bearings. So I think that would definitely be possible within the next year or so, and especially trucks as well, because I figured out a way I could technically get trucks and engrave them. I could design trucks and then obviously get an engraver tool and engrave them with patterns and like flowers and vines and shit like that. Because I wanted trucks that had a design on them, but I didn't want them coloured. I like silver trucks, I like grey trucks, chrome trucks, whatever you want to call it. Right? I don't like coloured trucks. But having the engraved ones, so it's grey and just like obviously engraved areas, but then it'll be encased as well. So it will just be like smooth metal. Because I don't know how I'm going to do it. I laser it on, and if I laser on it, probably leave less of an indent. Obviously, the wheels at the moment still in the testing phases. The wheel testing is going to go on for like a year at least, and that will be with, as I said, it was going to be with 5 skaters, but they got so bitter, and this is the honest truth. I think it's ridiculous. They got so bitter that they've
pretty much just ignored me and everything in the chat. And I'm like, at the end of the day, you know, and how I clocked on was I asked somebody who is part of the skate group as well. I said, look, at the end of the day, have they got beef or something? Because everybody is ignoring me in the group chat, and I've got a skate company. I'm confused because everyone was so intrigued. And I just went. He was going, oh no, it's not that, it's not that. And when I went, is it because they seem a bit jealous? I don't want them to be jealous. I'm trying to offer skate spots to people. You know, I've got so they can be sponsored. They get their own custom wheels, and their own custom decks, and their custom jumpers and hoodies and everything like that. And he was like, oh no, well, I don't know, bro. And he kind of hesitated on this one. So I'm like, bro, it's fucking jealousy. And I know for a fact that they've probably been at the skate park talking about, like, why does he get to have a skate company? Well, because I slipped the disc in my spine and tore my ACLs, UCLs, MCAs, ripped my meniscus. And I chose to start a skate company instead of continuing to skate and tear my body apart. But yet, I'm not mad when they can do a variable here when I can't anymore because I've not given it the time and the love that I needed to, but I have for the business. So I wouldn't get bitter or sour about it. But I'm like, bro, it's just so sad because, as I say, he was such a great skater. I was going to be sponsored. One of them's already great. He's 8 months in. He's already done kickflip, heel flip, melon grab, indie grab, over. He's literally rock and roll, rock fakie. Oh, what's he, bro? He's gone up on 50-50 into a Hubbard for a year, not even a year. It's like 9-10 months of skating. This kid's incredible. This is some fan art. He went all out. He done me fan art. He tags me in every post. That is what you do when you want to get a sponsor. That is what you do. You've done it correctly. And people get so mad when I'm like, well, why does that person get like a potential for him? Because he's gone full out, like I have with my business. Because you've got to give it your all. The same goes, like designing skateboards. Right, I gave it my all. Designing fingerboards, I gave my all and beanies and everything. So, and designing these wheels, which I was showing people earlier. So these are my wheels, bouncy, and then these are some other generic wheels, just loud as shit. Now, power slide because 101A, but these 85A, but you can still power slide because there's a unique formula in it. They're not split geometer, it's still just 85, so it absorbs all the impact. But you still get your nice power slide, your reverts. Like you want to be able to do what BAM does, say like a blunt stool slide across something like a hip down a bank. You'll be able to do that with these wheels because they actually move a little bit better with friction on the ground. Like the more friction there is, sometimes the more speed, the better you will actually be able to do power slides. Where urethane doesn't really make a difference. Like you still got to proper wind it up. But yeah, so it's a unique formula wheels, unique formula wax. As I said, it's so weird that they turn on me to skaters. But I mean, I understood it because it's just what happened in like I said earlier, in the early 60s and stuff like that, when people started skating in the 50s, people were rejected and seen as, oh, that's odd. And then when adults are skating, they're, oh, that's odd. And then as soon as it's the Olympics, oh, it's fine. You know what I mean? And then people, and as I say, I'm trying to change the skate community the best I can. I know it's one person, but I love it, but it still has that toxicity of like, oh, you're a poser. Like, do people don't understand? If you keep calling people a poser, keep walking away, they won't skate, then skating dies with it. Because who's skating next? You can't hold up a company with your one job and you being a skater and your mates. You need the next load of skaters to keep coming and waves of skaters, and you encourage them. You show them how to do the tricks. You don't call them a poser. You don't try and gatekeep absolutely every fucking thing about skating because you're not God. You're not Rodney Mullen, right? He doesn't gatekeep the fucking thing, and he made most of the tricks up, and he's still humble and goes, well, yeah, maybe some of them. You know, I think somebody got there before me. Like he is so humble. He is so humble and sweet. He's such a sweet guy. And I wish I could be as humble as that. But just wanting to be humble as that just already automatically probably makes you less humble in a weird way. But yeah, coffee time. I wonder what. But yeah, mad respect for that guy. And the whole point of, as I said, skating for me is skating for the love of skating, right? And it's lost that even in the skate group I'm part of. Like, it would have been a case of I've been in contact with the biggest skate company, I shouldn't say one of, out of the UK as well, and they've left UK. That's all I say. And they want me to send my wheels out. I'm so excited because they're a new type of wheel. They're calling them street cruisers, jankies. So they're literally 85A, but with you can power slide in them, but they've got the same soft feeling as an 85A wheel. It's the first of its kind. It's not split geometer, it's not dual geometer, it's one geometer. It's just utilising some elements with the compound that was mixed to make the wheel. Science does help to a degree. 2 seconds. But honestly, as I said, people got so bitter, man, because they were all fine. I was like, yeah, I said the skaters I was going to be sponsoring. Then when I told them, because obviously, put it this way, say if I'm going to be sponsoring some skaters, normally the manager would tell them when there's something good coming up. Like, by the way, lads, like, I've got a meeting with this guy, this company about these wheels, and then you know how big this company is, and this is looking good for us, right? So that's what I do. I'm like, look, soon enough, it will even be sooner that I might be able to give you guys some custom boards and stuff like this. And they got so shoddy from the first message. It was like they really messaged you, and it felt so like an attack on my character. And I'm like, what? Because I didn't say anything, but what? Because I can't kickflip anymore to say or heel flip. You know what I mean? Bro, I have so many injuries. I shouldn't have to be able to do these tricks anymore. But the fact is, I still continue skating because I love skating. That's what matters. I design skateboards for people so they can do the tricks that I'll never be able to do again. That takes some next level of selflessness, in my opinion, because it does. I mean, I'm selfish to recognize the selflessness, but it's selfless to be willing to sit there knowing that you really fucking miss skating with all my heart, and yet other people can enjoy it at a more affordable price. That is literally the dream. And as I said, other people have got so shoddy back because they're like, because when I asked this kid who has been so loyal to me all the way through, he's part of skate group too, and I said, I know he would tell me stuff because I said, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything. I just want to know why everyone seems shoddy with me. And I went through all these lists of reasons, and he said, no, definitely not, bro, definitely not. When I got through to, is it like jealousy or envy or like, he was like, yeah, nah, man, and he hesitated, and I'm like, bro, that I'm sorry, I appreciate you. Now, I'm not going to say he said anything, but that definitely to me was a sign. And I said, I don't understand why. I made it clear that I'm going to be sponsoring you guys because you guys can skate so much better than I can. I can't sponsor myself. I can't do all the work, and I'll never be able to skate like you guys do. Again, right? You guys are incredible. Like, take my hat off to you. Tip my hat. Like, but no. And people, honestly, you try and you try and you try, but still. Anyway, there's a sale on as well on the store, so people know 85% off. No, I wish, sorry, that would be nice. 45% off, but there's some stuff that might as well be 8% off because of the price it's down at. It's incredible. I mean, go check it out. Obviously, you have to go add stuff to your basket or whatever if you want to do that. Well, that was a quick cigarette, right? But yeah, just like interesting. You know, I always say like people switch up very fast on people. I mean, incredibly, disturbingly fast. To the point where like you're sweet as fucking, you're happy as Larry with these people, and then literally like what feels like a day later, not even a day later, bro, it's ridiculous. It's like a minute later in a conversation, and it's shifted your whole opinion on you. But I'm like, what I don't understand is they were so keen on being sponsored. Yeah. The moment the sponsoring becomes a reality, they seem to get shitty about it. I'm like, what? Is it because it was a fever dream and you were like, oh, it's nice to imagine, but no, I'm actually offering you a spot to be sponsored as a skater, and now they're freaking out. I don't understand. Two of them have taken the offer, obviously. I said just finish it. One of them was like literally just finishing his GCSEs, but it's like the perfect time for a skater. And he's skated for like a year, and I've never seen someone so much progress so quick on a skateboard in that amount of time. It's honestly fucking super shiny. Massive respect to Rory, bro. I think tomorrow, wait, what day is it? Yeah, so tomorrow I'm taking a break. Like I said earlier, I should take a break. I'm going to take more breaks in between live now. So like Sundays I'll take a nice, a little rest. I'll be back on Sunday for sure. And it just means I can get more work done in that time. Because, I end up being boards, pressed. So yeah, the sale is 45% off. It's automatically applied to the checkout when you go to skateaddiction.co.uk. And there's literally about 6 boards left, I think. Once obviously the boards are gone. That's when the boards are gone, that is, and the jumpers and the tops, everything like that, we sold out. That is when the sale will come off. There's glow in the dark board. I mean, seriously, some actual sick shit there. It really is. So go check out skateaddiction.co.uk to get 45% off now. That's even grip tapes, waxes, and there's some good shape waxes. There's like little Oakleys, if you get what I'm saying. And there's no other company out sell like that because they're too scared of the mainstream being cancelled. Like, bro, I don't need the mainstream to have a business. I don't need the mainstream. So yeah, And it shouldn't be counted as ridiculous, yeah, it is. Yeah, we've got secret formula of wax, which is long-lasting wax. So you put it on concrete or brick and it lasts for ages, like quite literally. I applied some on the curb outside like 2 years ago, and I've not applied it anymore since. And it's had weather come down, and it's because of the polymers that are mixed with it and the type of waxes. There's 3 types of wax in it, not just paraffin or and beeswax and some other things. 3 types of wax, and one of them is incredibly durable. It's like not sticky, or it's not really sticky. I mean, it goes into porous spots, like as I say, like brick, and it makes it grind for days, bro. But if you use this wax on metal, it does not work the same. That's how you know it's unique formula, because it feels like it clogs up. But that's because the wax doesn't have anywhere to go. Like the wax I've made likes to go into porous cracks. So say if I wanted a fingerboard this spot here, it would fill this up really nicely, so it would grind so smooth. Even tiny little cracks like this, like, would be completely, like, I don't know how to describe it. It encases these little cracks and bumps and makes it completely like grind. Makes it like an actual legend. Instead of having to apply like polyfiller or anything to a curb and then butter it up and wait a day, as I say, imagine if we curb here, or actually what we just applied here. And that's the thing. You can use it for skateboard suits. I'm going to be releasing full size ones, but I need to get on with making those today. But we've got the 45% off. Beanies, jumpers, tops, singles, wax, tape, everything. Can I actually show you a bloody screenshot of some of the boards on the store? Bear with. No, I can't. Obviously, this is one of the boards there. Oh, trying to do one. There you go. So that's one of the skateboards. But yeah, so I'm taking a break tomorrow just so I can recalibrate. Also do some more work because I'm going to maybe do like a day on a day off sort of thing. It depends really. So yeah, I will be skating in a minute as well. So technically, the travel test with the wheels. That winded me a little bit. But yeah, it's like the travel test with the wheels. So not necessarily doing tricks, but getting from A to B often as I can, just to test the rigidness, the fucking however. But just to show people again one more time, because I'm absolutely oh my bad. Oh no, there you go. Terrible. So knocking into the fingerboard for like however long I've got left. I honestly don't know how long I've got left. It just kind of stresses me out a little bit more. I think I've got until 1:30 today, so that is the time I'm going to push up until. Anyway, as I said, today's lives have been terrible, probably on me. Because it's just locked in with the fingerboard and really, I've been very distracted. me give it until 10 past, I think. Let's do it. I don't know if today it's like paused like it does some lives. It's a bit confusing me. Oh well, it is what it is. Right, what I'm going to probably do now, guys, is I say when it gets to about 10 minutes and no one's come onto the live, I'm going to leave it today. I'll be back in 2 days. So not tomorrow, the day after. To give me time, like someone said, to just recuperate and get myself back together again. Because obviously, noticeable energy dip. And it's only because today I've had some proper shitty news, you know what I mean? So, I do appreciate you guys. I'm going to get out. Just so I can knock him and think with like 20 minutes really, get some footage. Anyway, peace, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one.